Hurricane Florence is barreling toward the southeastern United States. The storm could hit the Carolina coast Thursday as a Category 3 or higher. Millions of people are bracing for heavy rain, flash flooding, high winds, and dangerous surf. In fact, one person reportedly has already drowned from rough waves, off the coast of central Florida, and officials are blaming Florence.
First of all, Anne Marie, forecasters are saying it could hit as a Category 4, not a 3. If, in fact, that happens, and there is a potential that we're standing essentially in the bullseye of where it could make landfall, if that ends up happening, you're talking about one of the strongest, not one of, the strongest storm to hit the southeastern coast north of South Carolina, right? So for the first time ever, it's never happened before. This would be the first time that a Category 4 storm has made landfall north of South Carolina.
Well, we're moving on now, to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, you and me, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Forever moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Peace, love, and light to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful, lovely star seeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you. I truly love you, my people. I hope you enjoyed that introduction. First and foremost, man, that introduction just further underline my point in my statement. Now, August the 21st of 2017, when that total solar eclipse went from the west coast to the east coast, it went on a 33-degree angle. You have 33 vertebrae up your spine. At the top of your spine, you have a pineal gland, which is filled with neuromelanin. That's you. That's our connection to the universe. This is being scientifically and strategically done. And Florence is moving on up the east coast and tearing their asses up, my people. You have no idea what is taking place on a global scale, my queen god sister. Listen, my queen god sister, you are going to live in peace. You are going to heal. You think you are free, but you are far from free. Now, I want to play a video, and this is because I'm at the point now. YouTube, y'all, all you other channels that you've been monitoring the weather, you've been monitoring our star family, you study these religious books, you're supposed to be studying ancient texts. All of you all are fake news. You are killing your own people. You are leading them directly into the dark ages. And you want to call me racist? All you people want to call me racist? You are crazy. You are using cognitive dissonance. I am going to play a video. This took place on September 9th, my people. I want you to listen to his explanation on how this NASA camera supposedly got two pictures of the moon flashing in front of the sun at a fast rate. Now, you've never seen the moon move that fast.
Phenomenon here at the SDO data. I have this particular spacecraft at the website because it's one of my favorites. On the 9th, at least something spectacular appeared in the spacecraft. And it's not necessarily anything new. This has happened many times before, but I gotta admit, the first time I saw it, I thought we had a rogue planet on the loose. I was sure of it. Until I did some research and understood how this spacecraft actually works. And then once I did, I understood what I saw and why I saw what I saw. Let's go back to the website. Let's look at the moon phase. That occurred on the 9th into the 10th. We look at the moon phase. September 9th was the new moon, right? So the new moon is pretty much lined up between the Earth and the sun. Almost perfect. So this spacecraft, it orbits the Earth around the sun. It does not orbit around the sun. It orbits around the Earth. So are you following me? So during a new moon cycle, when the moon is between the Earth and the sun, there's the moon, there's the sun, here's the Earth. September 9th, 2018. That's where the moon was positioned, where it was supposed to be. New moon phase. So you've got this spacecraft coming around the backside of the Earth. You following me now? On its first pass on the backside of the Earth, this is actually the second look coming up. So here's the first look. The SDO would be down here, coming up from the backside of the Earth. On a new moon cycle, it would see a partial eclipse, basically, from the spacecraft. Okay? Now, its second look, as the spacecraft is coming up, and if you'll notice, there is data missing from all of these SDO loops, right? Its second look was up here. This is what it saw from up here during the new moon cycle.
Now, as you listen to that, my people, that shit was bullshit. You can hear the explanation in that. How you gonna sit and tell me that the moon moved that fast and even you can listen to it, hear it in his voice that he didn't even believe this shit that he was spilling out of his mouth. Now, I want to play another video for you, and this is from WSO. So I'm gonna give the props on who did the work on it. You
Steve with WSO, and I want to go back to something I showed in my last video. And I want to explain it a little bit more in detail. And I was kind of watching to see if the shows would come out. And they did. And there's two types of people in this community. There's the kind of people that just think they know everything, and they say that this is the moon, and don't worry, etc. And they might even believe that they're correct when they say that. And then number two, there's the kind of people that are just shilling it and, trying to go look it up, man. Just go look up the word shill. Anyway, let me show you how I came to the conclusion that we have two separate different sized objects. Number one, this is the first object that crosses the sun on the 9th. Okay? So all I did was I matched a circle to it, showing its size. I didn't change the size of the frame or anything. Then, as that object goes by, then the second one comes up. And it's going to come up here in just a second. And what I did was, same thing, was I looked at the second object. It's hard to get it into the frame here. Just give me a second here. Right there. Okay? And I basically did the same thing. I scaled it and made a circle the same size of the second object. So if you agree that the first and the second objects were properly outlined, you can clearly see, oops, you can clearly see that these are two different sized objects. So no, it wasn't the moon that crossed SDO on the 9th. It was two objects. One of them could have been the moon, I'm saying. What was the second one? I don't know.
You understand? But I knew they were spaceships from the fucking door, people. You don't understand that our star family is here and they are kicking these motherfucking entities' ass on this planet. They're not worried about this artificial race. The artificial race is dying off from the UVC radiation and the rare iron oxide dust. They're kicking their creators' ass. See, when WSO did the measurement on this, you can clearly see they were two different size, huge spaceships. You understand? It's coming to an end. This is why they want to get Donald Trump out of office. His own family members are fucking starting to turn on him to get him out of office so they can pull martial law, because this shit is at an end. All you other races, all you other YouTube channels, you are lying to your people, cuz all you have to do is look into the Sumerian text, and the Sumerian text will tell you what the fuck is currently going on. You don't belong here. See, Zechariah, this is what made Zechariah Sitchin look into the Sumerian text, because Zechariah Sitchin had questions. He said, why? At fucking birth, why do we have so many complications on this planet when all that is natural in nature has no fucking complications? But you all want to call me racist. But here we go. This is at an end right now. And you all are following The royal family, that fucking fake moon, and your government that is completely under control by this shadow government that created all of you. This is what y'all don't fucking understand. And I'm trying to wake y'all up as a whole. You understand? You are not my motherfucking enemy. I am past you. The frequency of this planet has moved past the Asian man, the Arab man, and the fucking white man. It has moved past the artificial race. It is revealing to my people who the fuck y'all creators is, because
on the one hand, we are used by the aliens for their own purposes, whatever those purposes may be. On the other, if we speak out, we risk ridicule from the public and in some cases possible harassment and/or intimidation by government and military personnel. If you could look directly into these creatures' eyes, you'd realize that every detail of your life, no matter how personal, how mundane, how minute, is known to them. It makes me wonder, are we some sort of Ken and Barbie dolls being played with by an emotionally immature race of beings with no sense of morality? Or are we pawns held in the grasp of a dying race that will do anything for their own survival, including the cold-blooded manipulation of another species? Unless a person has been through the trauma of an abduction, they cannot comprehend how these entities can strip the mind and soul as easily as they can strip the clothes off a body. They scan details of a person's life with such facility that they make you feel as if you are an interesting piece of lint caught between their toes. In the blink of an eye, these beings devastate all personal freedom, all sense of privacy, and all prospects for living a normal existence. A person's life is never the same again. He or she is changed forever, close quote. Linda Porter's words speak for a lot of abductees who have interacted with grays, blondes, tall and short, reptilians, tall and short, insect humanoids, but some abductees think that they are friendly non-humans, which actually try to help people advance to more stability that will help the non-humans to survive as well. Linda Porter was the first of a half-dozen people in the human abduction syndrome that I've interviewed who experienced being raised and lowered in a tube of light and passing through walls that she and other abductees say feels like 1,000 little feathers all over their body. Linda said the light tube is different from the tunnels that opened up inside of her bedroom. Quote, "The beam is used only to transfer people from Earth to a craft and back. The tunnel is a physical created hole from one dimension to another. Traveling through the tunnel was what made me ill, had something to do with the change in physical density of two differing dimensions." She told me in 1963, when she was 17 years old, that she was abducted from her Covina, California home by gray-colored beings with large eyes. These gray beings seem to be the extraterrestrial biological entities, or EBENs, that are described in leaked documents from our government as friendly and concerned about Earth and human evolution, although I can tell you that in 83 to 84, I received a card, like a Christmas card, innocent and benign, it seemed, and inside were handwritten words. "The EBENs are our allies, ... but they lie." That's how schizophrenic all this is. Linda Porter was shown a procedure to transfer the soul, or the life force, from a dying man into a healthy younger clone of the man Linda could see in one of the cloning resurrection tubes. The gray being told Linda telepathically that the same soul transfer would be done with her. The gray explained to her that she had rheumatic fever as a teenager that damaged her heart. The gray non-human said it was vital that Linda Porter's soul entity continue in the same genetic body container she had been born with in order to accomplish an unknown alien agenda. Linda saw rise out of the top of the dead man's spine a golden yellow-orange light that elongated in the air as it came out of his back of his neck at the top of the spine, moved across the room to a row of body-sized tubes lighted from top and bottom and filled with a strange purple-looking gas. Inside the tube on the far right was a clone body of the same man, but about 10 years younger, she thought. Linda Porter said that there was a problem about Earth body containers, souls, other dimensions, and altered timelines. And she said, quote, "I was told that the resurrected cloned man would be relocated elsewhere, maybe Australia, and would continue on with his life, while the body that she saw die in the presence of the gray and a praying mantis would be allowed to die in his Midwestern town, and a funeral and a burial would take place. So in the United States, he would be a dead person. In Australia, he would be a clone, a rapid cycle clone, continuing to live a combination of that container and that soul for reasons known only to the non-humans." Linda thought it was vital to the Ebens that the man's soul continue functioning longer inside the same kind of container that his older sick body had been. And she thought that part of the reason that they take tissue samples from abductees when they are quite young is to have this tissue in reserve in case a new body for an abductee becomes necessary later on. She said, "I got the impression the aliens do not like to do this soul transfer very often. Actually, I got the feeling the aliens are not supposed to be doing this at all. But they seem to be backed into a corner and have no other recourse. They also seem to be trying to hide all of this from some higher form of life, whatever the authority is that prohibits this soul transfer. Also prohibits the ETs from interfering on this planet, but they are interfering." I remember her saying that to me. But they are interfering. Whoever it is much higher evolved than they are and wields a great deal of power over many, many other realms of existence.
It's because I'm prepared to look at you tall praying mantises. I'm prepared to look at you bee motherfuckers. See, listen, you know why these entities had to create something that looked in a vessel like us? Do you really think that we would be fucking being policed by a tall praying mantis, people? Come on, man. If you fucking a praying mantis walking down the street talking about you pull over. Are you fucking serious, guys? Or try to run some. You think a praying mantis or a fucking ant or some funny looking ass creature gonna sit here and say, listen, we're gonna run an economic system on this planet? How the fuck, first of all, how you get here? Fucking talking about what, so that means what the fuck is up with you? You understand? This is why they had to create an artificial race, make something look similar to us but not us, and put it in the root chakra so we can get into our fucking ego. That's all it is. Black woman, I want to talk, not just black woman, the brothers too, man. I want to just look at science. Just pay attention to science. Black woman, you did not create me. You understand? This is the problem that we have to understand here. You did not fucking create me. You created the vessel that I inhabit. Mother passed me off to you when you got pregnant. That's what the fuck she did, and I chose my parents to come down here. This people, you don't understand the power that you have. I'm not a male nor I'm not a female. When I'm on Earth, I'm a male or female or ant or lion, whatever the fuck I decide to be when I come down here, or any other planet that I go on. But I'm a ball of energy. People, this is what you don't understand. Our vessels that we inhabit have to catch up with us. The muscles in the vessel, the baby can't. The babies are actually speaking at birth, but we don't understand that. The baby is fucking. They telling you it's okay for the baby to cry. No, that's uneasing the baby's soul. The baby, you talk about Google, the baby's still fucking crying because the baby looking at you like, you tall motherfucker. You, what the fuck is you talking? I'm trying to talk to you telekinesis. Where am I at? On a fucking prison on your planet. You understand? We have to get into science, my people. We are a ball of energy. The vessel that we inhabit has to grow up and catch up with us. But we're busy dumbing them down because listen to this entity. Listen to the teacher. Get them while they're young. Put them in school, pre-K. Talk to the baby while the baby read books to the fucking baby while the baby is inside the womb. You understand? Listen. Dumbing the baby down, giving them fucking English language so the baby can come out already fucking programmed, already scrambled. You understand? At birth, my people, our babies are speaking to you. They're not babies. The soul is fucking intergalactic, billions of years old. The vessel that the soul inhabit has to catch up to the soul. That's what we don't. But now we're making a soul, dumbing the soul down so the soul can stay with the fucking vessel. We have to wake up and guide our generation completely different and understand we are energy. We are energy. And these entities on this motherfucking planet, this is where soul transfer coming at. Listen, let me tell you something. When it come down to these actors and actresses that's up in the motherfucking movie theater, these are people that was here hundreds of years ago. They just been doing soul transfer. These entities on this planet know that they the fuck are in trouble, cuz for switching sides and working with these motherfucking people, these Inky and Enlil, whatever their fucking name is up in the moon. They know that they are in trouble, my people. They know they're not supposed to be doing these soul transfers and fucking with us. They know they're not supposed to be messing with us. But you think it's about money. Every time, listen, go look at any sci-fi movie, and I said this plenty of times. If they always show the moon, or any killing movies, or any, just look at movies that do a lot of killing, in particular when the sci-fi. Just look at it. They always show the moon before, during, or after the killing. And then it'd be a full moon. Because the moon is soul sucking. It's sucking our fucking souls up. That's what it does. And this is how they harvest us. You don't understand. There is not gold, diamonds. There's no minerals on this planet that's not already inside the black woman and the black man body. There is no minerals on this. Why do you think so many of us go missing a year? Why do you think over 800,000 children just in the U.S. go missing every year? Babies, black babies. And then how many through South Africa and from Jamaica and Haiti, how many black babies go into Europe where the Bass people are at? You understand? They eat us, people.
We have a church, our own big church, and we use it for sex, eating baby, drinking baby's blood. We sacrifice the baby, we do sex to the babies, we throw them when we're dancing with the skulls after the babies are dead.
What skulls?
The baby skulls.
From before?
Yeah, from before. We put it on.
Where did the baby skulls come from?
They come from the baby.
How would you get them from the baby?
We cut the baby's head off. Then we clear all the meat from the skulls. And then we put all the meat and cook it. Sometimes we roast it. Sometimes we roast it in the oven. Sometimes we cook it on a frying pan.
You told me there's some restaurants.
Yeah, and there's some restaurants, McDonald's in Hampstead, and East Finchley. And East Finchley is a swimming pool, and in East Finchley there's a swimming pool, and the whole East Finchley does it. The boss does it. Everybody does it.
That's what?
The sex.
You don't understand how significant our blood is. You don't understand how significant our soul is. This is why they do the shit they do to us, my people. We are royal. We are royal. Listen, we are able in this vessel right here. We are able to see from the first dimension to the seventh dimension. This is why it takes a full 7 years for all of our organs, our blood cells, and our bones to do a full refreshment, a full transfer. The number 7 is God's perfect creation. The only difference is we can't see 8 and 9 because those in a higher dimension. But we are able to see from the first dimension to the 7th dimension if we're able to train our eye. But we have been completely fucking wiped away from that. You understand? Because the foods that we have been eating, the raping, the pillaging, the shit that we have been going on for the last thousands of fucking years, my people, we have been on a fucking run. But now this shit is over. This is no longer, we will no longer be in survival mode. To the ones that use so much cognitive dissonance, this is exactly what my Star family is going to say to you when they come down here. When they come down here and they speak to all of you other races, the first thing they're going to say you don't remember and how long slavery took place. It's particularly with you. Let's start with the white race. And then what your answer is going to be, because it did 400 years of slavery. Now, before the 400 years of slavery, there wasn't no economic system. There was no political system. There was no justice system. There was no education system. There was none of that shit that was going on. So after 400 years of slavery, that shit was put into place. And then you all today know that the education that you are teaching us is fucking bullshit. First of all, your history is all complete lie, and you all know this. You know Christopher Columbus was a rapist, a murderer, and a fucking pillager. So now our Star family is going to say, after all that took place, you think that you should be the first. These black people on this planet should be earning a living. You never paid us back. You never let us rest. You never let us heal. You never let us relax. This is the first question that they're going to ask you. And then they're going to say to you, and when you can't answer that, the next thing they're going to say to you is that you understand that you have to put sunscreen on. You understand that you have complications on this planet. So you didn't think that you were from here? You didn't think that something created you?
4 reels, 7s across 3 $15,000 jackpots. Do you have any idea what the odds are?
Shoot, it's got to be in the millions, maybe more.
3 fucking jackpots in 20 minutes? Why didn't you pull the machines? Why didn't you call me?
Well, it happened so quick. 3 guys won. I didn't have a chance to call you.
You see the scam? You didn't see what was going on? Well,
you didn't think that you were from here? You didn't think that something created you?
There's no way to determine that, Sam.
Yes, there is. An infallible way. They won.
You were from here? You didn't think that something created you?
Ward, you're pissing me off. Now you're insulting my intelligence. What do you think, I'm a fucking idiot? You know goddamn well somebody had to get into those machines and set those fucking reels. It cannot happen, would not happen. You fucking Momo, what's the matter with you? Didn't you see you being set up on the second wind?
I really think
you didn't see that you were being set up on the second wind?
Either you were too dumb to know that you were fucking created to enslave and do some of the most inhumane shit to the god of humanity and her fucking starseeds, and now today you still living on their back. Either you too dumb to realize that, or you the fuck in on it. That's what our Star family is going to say, and either way, you the fuck out of here.
I really think you're overreacting.
Listen, you fucking yokel, I had it with you. I've been carrying your ass in this place ever since I got here. Get your ass and get your things and get out of here.
You're firing me?
I'm firing you. Listen, if you didn't know you're being scammed, you're too fucking dumb to keep this job. If you did know you were in on it, either way, you're out. Get out. Go on, let's go.
My people, I'm going to start doing live stream on YouTube. I'm get a phone number where though people can call in and we can converse and share information. You understand? Because I think at this particular time it's very important, because I don't know everything, and I read the comments on here and I read y'all comments, and y'all have a lot of information, and I really love to hear. I love the way that I love the way that you all communicate with one another. That is very important, you understand, because each one teach one, and that's how the fuck we grow, because this is our time. This is your time, black woman. The planet, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Universe is speaking to you. The frequency of this planet has moved completely past the artificial race, and is preparing you to show you all of these entities in all of these dimensions who are the fuck in trouble for doing the soul transfer. Peace, love, and light to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful, lovely star seeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you. I love you, my people.
Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not. During your current state, you cannot enter a direct conflict with them. This is our duty. But what you can do is protect yourselves and survive until our arrival. Operative warning is, death rises in the east, but the west has been infiltrated by eastern agents on all levels. Deal with those agents as we deal with the real threat. We have gathered an armada of 960 war planets in multiple dimensions, 340 of which are visible to you. We have been situated around and beyond the trajectory range of Saturn. Any species activity on the inside planets is considered hostile to you. We do not use channeling. We do not send messages to psychics. We only transmit through a strict medium of neutrino beams. The clear reason is that your oppressors do not have access to this technology. Beware of what you call false flag operations. Earth will be invaded by the Draconian Alliance, posing to be us. This will include atrocities in order to condition humanity against us, and to unite you under a world government. Your Illuminati New World Order is but a predecessor of an even more cruel order that is orchestrated by the Draconians' artificial race. The enemy, on-world and off-world, has rejected our terms of surrender. We will intervene in massive and overwhelming force. Our fifth and sixth dimension forces have arrived at your planet, as they cannot be traced or inhibited by the Draconian Alliance. We consider your own dimension being the first, in terms of density. Translating to your terms, you are third dimension, and the enemy exists up to the fifth dimension. We have forces up to the ninth. Once we secure that all the nuclear weapons that have been placed within the Earth's crust in order to destabilize the planet have been neutralized, we will invade. When your rapid eye movement during your sleep ceases to produce erratic dreams and nightmares, know that the enemy's flagship has fallen. A flagship we call Level. A flagship you call Moon. Our true arrival will be signaled by one major event, the extermination of all planetary governments, especially those who have aligned themselves with the eruption of the upcoming World War.